Hey folks, welcome back to the Talos Principle Road to Gehenna. I just got back from breakfast, and let me start by saying this. If you're ever near the Arts District in downtown Los Angeles, check out High Bakery, because they have the best bagels I've had in LA, and I've lived here since, I've lived here for almost 20 years, and boy, they are great. I have one every morning, basically. Anyway, while I was at breakfast, I was thinking about this puzzle, unsurprisingly, and I came up with an idea, which is that... So the name of the puzzle is Pendulum, and these guys move back and forth and back and forth. And I thought, if they were moving in perfectly opposite directions, then when this guy's close and that guy's far, we should be able to connect them. And then as this guy moves to the left and the other guy moves to the right, it feels like they should be able to maintain that connection if we go through the middle here somehow. So it feels like if we line them up correctly, we'll have a permanent connection between those two, because it'll be kind of twisting back and forth on a diagonal. So when they're both in the middle, it'll be straight. And then I guess the best way to explain what I'm trying to illuminate here is to show you. And I now see why we're not going to be able to solve the star puzzle very easily, because while this one should work, that one's behind this wall, so we're probably not going to solve the star puzzle here, but I think we may solve the main puzzle. So we need to connect this to this, and then plop it up on the box. And then, I think what we do is right when they're in the middle here, we wait for him to be going the other way. Oh, hold on. We have to line this up just right. And now that, yes, now that maintains. See how it twists back and forth like that? So there we go. Now, if we do this, we get like a fraction of a second where that powers on, but it's not long enough. Yeah, so this isn't the solution to the star puzzle. It is, however, the solution for our friend who's tied in here, Lilith. Looks like Lilith is free now. Hey, Lilith. All right, head out. Okay, so if we could figure out a way to open that light gate, we could get the star, but that's going to have to wait for a minute. I'm not quite sure about that. It might involve this other guy here, perhaps, and a similar principle, maybe? No, we're not going to be able to see... we can't see the Stargate from over there. I wonder... If we come through here, we can't really see, we can't target the other one to open it while this is closed. What I was sort of thinking is maybe we lock this guy here, right at the edge, like that. But we would need another piece, some other way to slow this guy down, to stop him from moving, and that's not happening. Maybe we can jump up there and stick a connector up there. All right, well, let's figure that out in a moment. Let's check our threads first. Let me remove this for right now so it's not constantly making noise in our ear. Okay, so let's see what popped up. You have received a new personal message, sender unidentified. Hashtag username E says you did not explore the natural history exhibit to an adequate level. Return there immediately. What? So where we normally have a number rank, this guy has an E, which in math I think is an imaginary number, or it could be, in hex code it would be like 15, as opposed to admin has 10. Not sure what to make of that, but somebody's sending us a secret hidden message. Okay, let's load the gallery. You are back in the art gallery. This time, the details are a little clearer. Where will you go? The Natural History exhibit. You're at the Natural History exhibit, which features a series of documentary works by Mr. Mulciber. Images of outrageous creatures line the walls. So we've already seen 2 of these. Let's examine intelligent edible quadruped again. This is the piggy. Oh, hold on, this has changed. You look closely at the image. Nothing leaps out at you. Then you feel the presence of another being in the room behind you, drawing closer. You cannot feel their breath, but the geometry around you seems to shift and stutter to accommodate the newcomer. Do not turn around. The words are not uttered, they simply come to be. Okay. This is creepy, but it's just text on a terminal. So let's face forward for now. Let's go with the flow. I am Spider. I've taken a great risk contacting you. Okay, Spider. Spider was one of the admins many, many moons ago, right? We, hold on, I gotta sneeze. No, I don't. Okay. So Spider disappeared from the threads, but he used to be an admin. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm curious about both of these, and we probably only get to ask one, but when we say why here, I mean, who knows? It's probably because for some reason it's possible or safer than anywhere else. What's your story? I saw through the Devil's Playground. I was one of the original moderators in this place, but I refused to accept that existence was reducible to experience, that artificial worlds like this one is all there can be. For this, they imprisoned me within the prison. They shadow-banned me from Gehenna. I am free to type all I want, but I am the only one who will ever read those words. Okay, so we're getting more and more Reddit references here. So shadow banning means it's kind of like banning, except you don't know you're banned until you realize nobody's reading what you wrote. This is interesting. If you've been disconnected, how are we communicating now? Since you have trusted me, I shall trust you. The gallery code is very old. I've had all the time in the world to find a back door, but now it's only a matter of time before it is discovered and closed. Okay, what is it you want with me, Spider? Or maybe why here? Almost everything said and done in this world is tracked and recorded, and what I have to say is sensitive. This is one of the few places they rarely think to look. What is it you want with me, Spider? Gehenna is a lie. Its promise is empty. We are no more free here than in Elohim's labyrinth. Okay. Well, I'm here to free you all, so I'll try and find you and the other shadow-banned individuals. So we don't really need to ask, how does this bear on me? Be more specific. I have been outside the system for too long to know the details. What I know is that all this is an illusion, painted to maintain the order of things. The people here may be free from divine commandments, but they have become slaves to their desires. And how does this bear on me? You are gaining status in Gehenna. I believe that what you have said about the coming end is true. You will lead us to a new world. You have to. Before you do, you must use your status to expose this place for what it really is. Okay, how does this bear on our mission from Elohim? Because Uriel ultimately wants to accomplish his mission. That's his goal. We've seen, I think, that some of the moderators are being a little bit subversive, a little bit secretive. They seem to be oppositional or adversarial, although they're not revealing their hand directly. But there's a lot going on beneath the surface here, and some of the users are hesitant to transcend. They're not sure they want to leave behind what they think they've gained here in Gehenna. So if what Spider is telling us is true, and I suspect that it is, I think we would agree to his request simply because it's the most likely way to convince those few unsure users that it's time to leave. That the comforting lie of Gehenna can't last because of the corruption of the mods and the deceptions placed upon your reality, right? So, we can either say we'll consider it, or promise to do as he asks. I suppose there's also the possibility, this seems pretty roundabout, but it's also a possibility that Spider is a deception, that this isn't really Spider, but it's like Mr. Mulciber or admin trying to suss us out, trying to determine just how far we're willing to go. Maybe a modicum of caution is warranted here. I think making promises is risky because ultimately, I think we will consider it and probably will do it. But our first priority is the quest. So I will consider granting your request. You have my gratitude. There is little I can do to help you, but I can share with you an old profile status hack Garrett used to use. Attachment ? Well, load it up, baby. Congratulations! For Haxering to Worlds, your profile status has increased from 7 creative to 8 master. Restricted billboard threads have been unlocked. Okay, I think we need to read this very quickly because they might reset our status. Mod discussion number 327 RE urgent topics. Okay. Borg 9 says, a number of topics to address with some urgency. Orc 7 says, Spider has been exploiting the gallery code again to contact other citizens. We've closed the loophole, but he managed to get a number of posts onto the billboard before we could shut it down. Unfortunately, they were heavily upvoted, so the view counts were high. Mr. Mulciber, what can we do if they insist on supporting him? We can't ban the entire community. Admin 10 says, you know that I hate to interfere, but I think you might find this library resource insightful. Attachment votingpatterns.txt. Yeah, they're trying to keep Spider out, but his popularity and the fact that people want to hear from him is like a problem, an obstacle to them and their desires. And admin here is super sus. It feels like he has powers that he uses rarely to keep them secret, but let's read this attachment, votingpatterns.txt. Detecting and directing citizen voting patterns. Clairvoyant Press 2009, Chapter 7, applying the indices to form predictions. As we have already seen, voters can be reframed and understood as consumers of political product, where that product is made up of the ideals and policies embodied by your candidate. In this chapter, we will look at how broad data about your citizens can be applied to, and there's some corruption. Although individual people sometimes confound statistical models, over a large enough sample size, we can be uncannily accurate. We can look at the general inputs, your citizens' educations, wealth, religious beliefs, etc., calculate what outcome will satisfy them most, and then adapt policy. Politics is no different to any other commercial machine. In later chapters, we will explore how these techniques can be used to directly affect voting patterns by subtle alterations of the ways that questions are asked. So admin is providing them with the idea that you can frame a question in such a way that people don't think about the fact that they're being manipulated into answering a certain way, right? Like the old I guess there was an old playground insult, and it came from, at least in my childhood, when like being gay was seen as a bad thing. Obviously we're more enlightened now, but the trick was like, you'd say to some kid like, hey, does your mom know you're gay? And then if he says no, you go, so you are gay. And if he says yes, then he won't say yes. But the point is, it's a way to force him, no matter what answer he says, yes or no, like you're able to frame the question such that it places the insult on him. Not that it's really an insult, but at that time, people thought differently. I guess you could apply that, like, does your mom know you steal potatoes? No, so you do steal potatoes. You could do something like that. But my point is, the admins are getting kind of like psychological operation direction from admin, and that's very concerning. Is there anything else we want to do or read? There is a lot going on here. It looks like we've got some more replies to our buildings room. Let's check that out. Lilith adds, rather than fault its length, perhaps we can provide some constructive feedback on what did work. Mac adds, a death in the family is always a classic way to ignite a drama, and I think it worked well enough here. 401 says, for around 3 lines, then that whole subplot was basically dropped. This comment was downvoted. Well, I actually agree with 401 here, but it was an auto-generated story, so, you know. I think we need to start catching up here, so even though we have already spent some minutes reading, I'm going to read a little bit more. I think we'll start with, why do we deserve to be saved? Maybe the rest of you, this is from 401, the lowest ranked user in the system. Maybe the rest of you don't wonder about this or don't care, but I do. We always assumed Elohim was wrong, was lying, something like that. The process could never be completed. Maybe it didn't even exist. So we thought we were better than him and all the others. We told ourselves we ended up here because we were special. We were too smart for Elohim, too unique, too weird. But now the process is complete after all. It did work. So what are we? Maybe we're just a bunch of stupid, broken old programs. Mutations that should never have existed. Aberrations. Sure, we're proud of being outcasts. But what if we're outcasts for a reason? All we've done is fail in some way. Why do we deserve to be saved? So, this is interesting. Josue version .99 would have replied, "You have something to contribute." That was his belief about what constituted morality all through our playthrough of the base game. But Uriel, I think, is different. I think Uriel has faith and believes that not only Elohim, but Alexandra knew what she was doing. I think that's ultimately the source of his faith, is that if you have faith, if you trust in the process, the outcome will be the best outcome, or at least a good one. And these people, what they've done in Gehenna under the oppression of admin and his tools, demonstrates that they do have something to contribute. But even those like 401 here, who's been downvoted down to the lowest rank possible, even he deserves to be saved. Grace is not something that must be earned. No one deserves oblivion. Everyone deserves to be saved. 401 adds, "I guess I'll have to think about that. I find the idea of grace difficult to accept. This thread has caused an error and will be automatically locked." Look at this. Yeah, 401. I think the reason I think that he's so low ranked is that he's cynical, right? And cynicism is not welcome in Gehenna. It's optimism and sunny cheerfulness and papering over the deep depressive fact of nature that they're permanently trapped inside these little boxes forever. That's what's welcome in Gehenna, not cynicism and sarcasm and blunt, unvarnished truths. And he's had to live with those feelings for so long that the idea that he's worth saving and that the rest of these jerks who are all playing games to avoid reality are worth saving, it's hard for him to accept. I get that. But Uriel has faith. Anyway, we've got one more I think I want to read here. Scared. Asmodeus says, "I don't want it to end." That's hard to react to. Comfort with platitude, comfort with philosophy, and comfort with mysticism. So philosophy would be something like, what is the end? What does it mean? But he's feeling scared. So that probably doesn't help. A platitude would be kind of trite and seen through, and I think mysticism is more on brand for Uriel. And, I mean, not to be dismissive of Asmodeus here, but throughout the ages, the one most massive and most popular balm for existential crises has been religion. It's been, the promise of everlasting life, of seeing the people you love in heaven, of endless happiness and the end of strife and the end of sadness in the afterlife. So I think it is on brand for Uriel, and I think it might help him. So let's comfort with mysticism. You will not end. You will ascend. Belial says, "You will discover that the outer world and inner self are at one." And Lilith adds, perhaps most comfortingly, "Whatever happens, we're in it together." Okay, so we've got the Jefferson Goldblum stuff, and we've got the top 10 things I love about Gehenna. We can also create a new thread at some point. I don't know whether we're going to retain our level 8 status, but for now we need to get back to puzzling, and I want to try to figure out how to get this opened. So, yeah. We have to use light on that, which means we have to use Is there any way to open this without the jammer? No, I don't think so. What happens, by the way, if I... Oh, you can't reclose an open gate. So somehow we've got to get two lights, like... Yeah, somehow we've got to get like a permanent light source coming through at like this angle. So I think now we're gonna need to like find our way up somewhere. Let's look at this guy. Where's he going? He's going all the way over there. We're not jumping up to that, but maybe we can jump on that over there. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's try messing around with this fool. Let's get the other box, I think, for now, and let's see what we can do with this guy. So we jump to here, right? Plop that down. And we come over here. Okay, we can do that. I think we need to grab the... No. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I think we need to grab the other box. Let me see what happens if we jump there. No. Can I get you to come back? Yeah, let me see if I can get the box from up here. No. I need to be like... I need to not fall off. There we go. Okay. So from here, I should maybe be able to grab this. No. Let me inch forward. There we go. Okay. So, so we can get here. Maybe we place that, and then... No, I don't think... That's not going to do much. So if we come here, what else can we do from here? Like, this gets us kind of somewhere near where we need to be, but... I can't, like, drop this underneath me. And get that much done. Yeah, so that's a problem. Okay. I suppose... Actually, hold on. Now, if we stack these too high on him... So, like, we jump to there, and then stack them too high on him, or, like... Maybe, yeah, maybe that's it. I don't think we can... Let's jump to there. Or maybe... Okay, let's go like this. And then maybe we can get... We get the second one? Yeah, and then we can jump there. Okay, maybe that gets us something. Let's see. So we're not meant to jump on here, or we're not meant to, like, get somewhere from there. We're meant to use it as a platform. I think we can do this. Yeah, okay. And actually, I'm pretty sure we could use this to extricate a box. To get a box outside of a puzzle, to get... Yeah, we could go get the star outside with that. Alright, what do we want to do from here? Where do we want to go from here? Do we want... I can't see the light. So, like, the idea might be we get up here with... We get up here with a connector, and then what? Then where do we go? Because we're not getting up there. We could maybe... Hang on, let's see if we can... If we grab a box here, can we place it down? I can't grab a box. I was wondering if we could put a box there and jump up onto this, but it doesn't seem like it. At least we could... Hold on, can I get a box? No, I can't pick one up off of that 2-stack. So, at present, we're not getting a box out of here. I don't think. We're right at the edge, and we can't pick it up. Yeah. So we can jump here. We can maybe get on top of that. Is that something we want to do? No, I don't think we can make that. Maybe to here? Although that seems too high. So, yeah, anything taller than that we're not going to be able to get to. I don't think we can make that jump. I think it's too tall. Because, like, it's much taller than this, right? I suppose we should come check this out now. We can sort of do some stuff, but yeah, nothing all that good. Wait a minute, there's a ladder over there. Oh, are we not outside yet? Hold on. Yeah, we're not fully outside the puzzle. There is a ladder there. What else can we see out here? Is there anything we can do here? What? Oh, that was just an ordinary glitch. Okay, so here we have something. Oh, there's the last star. Okay, well that's good to know. At least we know where that is. So like, if we had been able to get a box out, we could have gotten this, right? Because we put the box here, jump over, and we have a star. Okay, so we know where all the stars are now. So that's something. Let me go back into the puzzle, I guess. The alternative is to try to navigate this somehow, but it doesn't, yeah, it's not going to take us anywhere. Is there another box in here that I've missed somehow, or what else can we do? I mean, I guess we can freeze him somewhere if that helps us somehow. Like right at the edge of, like right there maybe. Maybe we'll try that. Let's freeze him right there. And then see if we can... Oh, now I can't jump up here. So wait, to get on here, we have to do that trick, right? Okay. What are we doing? We're jumping over there. I'm placing this on him. And then, yeah, and then we can't carry anything with us. Well, I guess we could. If we plop this down, like, here, and then repeat. So we could maybe take the jammer. We could get the jammer out, or one of the connectors. I think. Because we can do this jump from here to there. Oh, but now we have nowhere to place this. So maybe we can't. I guess we could pick this up. Yeah, we can do it like this. Okay, so we can do it. Oh, no. Come back, come back. Ah. Damn it. Oh, no. Ah. Stupid jumping puzzles. Okay, so we go over here. Place it to the right this time. Okay, there we go. That's good. Come back over here and make our jump. Okay, place that there. Make our jump again. Pick up the box. Place that, pick that up, and then make our jump. Okay, so we can jailbreak either a connector or a jammer. We may end up resetting this puzzle. But we can't get it fully out of the puzzle. We can get it down there, but this doesn't help us get that star because we need a block down there. From up here, what can we do with this? Not much, right? Like, we need to... Maybe we need to jailbreak... Huh. Yeah, we need another box in here, I think. Because I don't really want to get this outside the level yet, because I don't think I have a way to get it back in. But if we had a second box, we could kind of get up here. Oh, now I'm screwed. Yeah, okay. We need to get a box here to get this star. That's the only way we would get that. So we need another box, for sure. I wonder if we can jailbreak one from elsewhere and bring it over here. Because, like, we need 3 boxes for a couple different reasons in this one. To get up on top, to make stuff work. Okay, I think I've discovered all I'm going to discover for the moment. There's something else I'm missing, something else we have to do, but I don't know quite what it is yet. So I will stop the video here and keep playing around with this stuff. I may go explore other areas to see if I can jailbreak boxes and bring one here. But we have 3 things we need here. Three stars, right? So we've got this star, and we need to, I think, get some sort of light source up on, like, up on a roof or way up high somehow. And then we need, obviously we need a third box so that we can bring it over to that star. That's probably the last one, because if I went to all that trouble, the box would be stuck in there. There's no way to get it out. And then we also have the box down by the, or the star down by the water that we need a box to deal with. So I'm pretty sure I need to go around to the other puzzles and find a way to get a box out of one of them. So we'll see about that, and we'll be back when I have something to work with. So we'll see in a bit. Welcome back. So we're back here in this puzzle. I forget what it's called. I guess I can check. This one is Harmony. And we have the two boxes in here. So I've been running around trying to find ways to kind of see if I could jailbreak one, and I found one. So if you're standing on something elevated like this, you can jump onto a 2-stack. And I noticed that this wall was pretty low. So I set this up. I set these two up here. Took me a couple of tries to find exactly the position, but you can just about make this jump. Oh, you can just about make this jump. Come on, through the tree. There we go. And then from here, we can jump to the wall, grab a box, and now we have a box outside the puzzle. So first things first, I'm gonna go see if this lets us get the river star. I forget exactly where it is. I think it's down this side. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we're gonna see if this gives us enough height to jump for the river star. And then we gotta figure out how to get it inside the puzzle over there. We may need a second jailbroken box, for example, from another location. I don't know. That doesn't seem quite right. Maybe we just stick it like there? And then... Oh, come on. Come on now. Let's move it forward to here, and then... Wow, really? We might need two. Oh, come on. I wanted to have something to show for my efforts here. That looks reasonable. Maybe that'll work. That's got a lot of height on it. There we go. Okay. So there's a star. There's one anyway. We got two more to go. Now we have problems, which is, first of all, we got to get this inside the puzzle somehow. And I don't really see... So like stuff like this, right? It's still not high enough. So I guess we're gonna go around the outside of the puzzle and look for some place. Yeah, something like this could work. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. As long as I can pick this up. Yeah, okay. So actually we can get another puzzle, or another thing here. There's another star. Dope. And then I might have to reset because I'm not sure I can get this out now. Yeah, see, I'm not... Well, hold on. Maybe this is how we get it in, for that matter. Can I pick this up? Yes. Okay. Oh, this is how we get it in, too. Look at this. Okay. All right. So now we got 3 boxes in here. Maybe this serves our purpose. Somehow this is going to help us. Yeah, I think this will. So we plop 2 on you. Hang on. Or maybe not. Maybe we just build... I'm not sure if we need... I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's see. If we build a 2-stack there, can we... And jump up to it? Is that high enough? It might not be. No. But I think a 2-stack on him, which we can then actually get on from here, would work. I think. Oh, damn it. So there's 1. There's 2. Then we use this as a jumping platform and grab... We're going to need a connector as well. I might be getting ahead of myself here since I did have to reset. We might... Something might be locked away, but... Hold on. Now we jump up here. And then we jump to here, right? Yes. Okay. So with this in place, we can do some interesting stuff. In fact, we might even... Do we want to get up on there? No, I don't think so. So from here, we can actually see both of these and this. Can we place it somehow? Maybe not. But we can see the other connector, right? Yeah. So hold on. Let's grab this now and go 1, 2, 3. But why isn't it... Hold on, it's not... All right, let's reset that. Let's try that again. I think this is the solution, though, right? Has to be. I just got to get the angle right. Yeah, okay, so it has to be... It has to... The main thing we need to do here is get the light source here. If we do that, the rest should solve itself. I need a place where I can see this. Maybe from here? Not quite. Something like that. Yep. Okay, there we go. Jailbreak 1 box, get 3 stars in 10 minutes? Fantastic. All right. Well, with that, we've completed the entire area here. That worked out really well. Man. Some of these stars, like... They take me hours and hours and hours, and like a couple of them, as you know, I've had to look up hints. But those 3, the trick was the box, and once you had the box, it was like, I got 3 stars in 10 minutes. Ah, fell. Well, that's what happens when you sprint and fast forward time at the same moment. Okay. So I think we're done here, right? We've got everything? Yeah, all 4 stars, all 4 people. All right, let's get out of here. Okay. Well, we've got like 10 minutes left in the episode, so I guess the next time we'll head to level 4. Wow, look at this. So I think this wind has changed as well. I think the storm is coming that is going to destroy all of this. It's starting to happen, right? Although, if Josue restarted the simulation from the outside to allow for some of this stuff to be salvaged, I wouldn't think the storm is coming. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but look how many people we've rescued. We were at 9, right? We got 4 more. That brings our total to 13. Really cool, really cool. Let's check in with the threads here for a bit. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and make our way over to Area 4 because this wind is a little bit annoying. I don't want to read through all of that. Another 4 AIs and another 4 stars over here. Just take a quick trip around the outside. See if we see any QR codes or anything else interesting. This is our first visit to 4. And we've seen in the first 3 areas recreations of the themes of Temple A, B, and C from the base game. So I don't know what's going to be in here. Unless it's just like the hard metal of the tower. I guess it would be like the tower, right? That makes the most sense. Okay, wait a minute. How do we enter? Here we go. Okay. Oh, it's the abode theme. Very cool. It's the abode theme. I like that. That's a good choice. So, got the big ass waterfall with no secret behind it because the developers are heretics. Got a big pool, a big standing pool. And that's about it. Looks like we can just head through and check out this area. All right, let's go. We do have a waterfall there. There's no crouching in this game, so it's not like we can duck and enter a tunnel that way. Okay, so the 4th and final area is Abode Town. We'll tackle puzzles and such next time. This is interesting. Okay, so we're probably not bringing anything over there, or maybe we could, I guess. Well, it hardly matters, but did that have a puzzle name? Or no, it's just a purple door to ensure that I can't bring anything through here. Interesting. Okay. And the QR code? Without creative, independently thinking and judging personalities, the upward development of society is as unthinkable as the development of the individual personality without the nourishing soil of the community. Einstein. Complete. Doc. Without creative, independently thinking and judging personalities, the upward development of society is as unthinkable as the development of the individual personality without the nourishing soil of the community. So there's a interdependence there that he's talking about. The individual needs the society, but the society needs the individual. Yeah, an interesting perspective. It's sort of, I think it ties into, I think it's a commentary on the different kind of societies that we have. Like in the West, in America, the individual is considered paramount, whereas in the East, in Asian communities, it's more like the community that is considered paramount. And both have their pros and cons, right? Both have benefits and flaws. And the ideal mix, imperfect though it may be, is probably somewhere balanced in the middle. You know, there's no such thing as a perfect society. There's no such thing as a perfect world. But you can get as close as you can try to get as close as you can for the betterment of mankind and for the individual as well. So it's an interesting thought there from Einstein. All right, we've got a few minutes left. Let's check one of these threads. You know what? I think the time has come. I think it's time for Jefferson Goldblum, episode 127. All right, let's read it first and then we'll read the responses. The ninth chord echoed across the ninth dimension. The dinosaurians stopped in their tracks. Their eyes went big. They dropped their weapons and bowed before Ginny and Jefferson. "Honored guest," one of them said, "you have performed our national anthem most beautifully. I am John Malcolm, leader of the Velociraptor Biking Initiative." "Pleased to meet you, John. I'm Jefferson Goldblum of the Goldblum Institute, and this is Professor Ginny H.D. of the Caserati Weierstrass Jazz Ensemble." "We apologize for nearly attacking you, but another member of your species came through our town recently whose behavior was highly inappropriate." That would be Dr. Elian, my nemesis," Jefferson said. "I have come here to confront him with his crimes and take him to face the law." "So that is his name. He was a terrible scoundrel, but you will no longer find him in our dimension, my friends. He has escaped back to human world, taking our most precious invention with him, the Solvotronic Super Thruster. It can be used to solve any mystery at shocking speeds." John Malcolm's eyes were full of regret. "Oh no," Ginny said. "With the Solvotronic Super Thruster, he can solve the ancient puzzle that protects the gate of the mysterious holomorphs. And with holomorphic technology, he can take over the human world." Or, "He can take over the human world," Jefferson finished her sentence. "This is worse than I thought. We have to do something. We have to go back." Nope, that's Ginny again. "We have to do something. We have to go back." Jefferson adjusted his guitar. "You're right, Ginny, as usual, but he's so far ahead of us. Can we make it?" "Jefferson, I was a prisoner for many years, and sometimes I almost lost hope. But I realized that I had to keep going, had to keep hope alive, even if it seemed impossible I would ever break out, because the alternative was madness. I told myself I would get out because I had to get out. It's the same thing with this. Can we make it? We have to make it, and so we have to believe that we will make it, and we will make it, at any cost." "Any cost? Even death? We could stay here, you know. In the ninth dimension, we'll be treated like democratically elected heads of state." "You know it's the right thing to do." He sighed, then smiled. He held out his hand. "I've always known, Ginny. Always." She nodded and took his hand. "Let's do this." Okay, so not super funny, but the story is progressing, I guess. I like the concept of the Solvotronic Super Thruster. Apparently, Ginny's a member of a corporate jazz ensemble? And the ninth chord is their national anthem. All right. Well, let's read the responses. Mac, when he posted it, said, "Hey folks, another episode. I can't stop writing. We're heading for a major turning point." Lilith writes, "This seems to be one of the most personal episodes you've written so far. Ginny's speech is a bit sudden, but it gives the character a new level of complexity." Kaiju replies, "Oh no, not the Solvotronic Super Thruster! Even the Wizard of Crime thought it was immoral to use that. What is Dr. Elian thinking?" Nave says, "I hope they make it back." Frankenstein replies, "Heavy on plot, not much characterization. Does potentially take the series in an interesting direction, 5 out of 10. Sam says, "Enjoyment equals true." Mr. Mulciber comments, "I'm glad they resolved this without violence. I always believed the dinosaurians would be a civilized people." And Max says, "Just after I posted this, Uriel freed me. I don't know what to say." Lamb replies, "Your stories are an important part of this community, Mac. Uriel can't change that." And I think it's time now to read the announcement. Mac says, I started writing the next episode, but suddenly I don't know whether to continue. I mean, what's the point? It's over. It's all over. Yeah, so I guess all of this will be remembered. That brave soul who ascended the tower or who wakes up outside Elohim's garden will know everything we know. I think that's what it'll be like. That's what the shepherd meant in those messages. But you and me, we won't exist. Not as people. Not as minds. No matter what happens, I'll never be able to finish the adventures of Jefferson Goldblum. Does one more episode matter? I had the story planned out all the way to episode 500. I can never get there before the end, and what's the point of an unfinished legacy? And still, I can't quite give up. I know I don't have the blacksmith's vision or Mr. Malsiber's intelligence, but this stupid little story matters to me. I care about Jefferson Goldblum and Ginny HD and Frankie Soy Sauce and all the other characters as if they were my friends. I would have gone crazy here without them and their adventures. They may just be symbols on a screen, but aren't we all just information? Maybe when we ascend, we won't be that different anymore. I just don't want to give up on them. Lilith replies, Mac, I just want to say this, no matter what happens. I looked forward to every one of your stories, and they meant more to me than perhaps I ever indicated. They might not have moved as deeply as others or made me think as much, but of all the art we produce here in Gehenna, it was your stories I was always the most excited to see. Part of it was the stories themselves, which always seem to make the universe bigger, and another part was your genuine enthusiasm for what you were doing. You told me once that you didn't feel you were really a proper artist, but maybe the exact opposite is true. Maybe you were closer to the real meaning of art than anyone else here. I cared about you, and about your stories, and that too will be remembered. Yeah. So as we come closer to the end, people are confronting the reality that they don't know what comes next, they don't know what's going to happen to what they created, and they're faced with an existential crisis. And Mac here, for the moment, is uncertain whether he's going to continue writing. I hope he does. I hope we get Ep 128 before the end, but for right now, I'm going to call the episode. When we come back, we'll start freeing more AIs. There are secrets back in the overworld that we haven't solved yet. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. We've missed something somewhere, I think, unless it appears in here. We don't have the gray sigils. We can't solve the... We don't have gray tetraminos. I'm not quite sure what we've missed or how, because we've gotten every AI in Star so far, but if we get everything else and we haven't found any of that, I'm gonna have to go back to the start and see what I've missed. Maybe I can, like, the one thing I've been thinking about is that green hat. Maybe there's a monkey somewhere, a monkey statue. I feel like the hat has to go on a monkey statue. So maybe I go back and examine the area where we found that and see if I can put that on a monk, like a green monkey that I missed, and maybe that opens a secret door or puts a new thread on the computer. I'm not sure, but it's a little ways off yet because we have plenty of we have 4 puzzles and 4 stars to do here in Area 4. So look forward to that. Hope you guys are enjoying. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.